Should designers even pursue their design career even in the world of AI? Is it even worth it? So we finally get into it today. I answer all the myths, some questions, and we really dive deep into it in this video. Hello and welcome to another edition of Dare to Design. I am your host, the Master Jake, and I am on a mission to encourage future designers and current designers to chase their artistic passion. Even in the world of AI, even in the world of uncertainty of not knowing where to get started, I am here to give you tips and tricks on how to get started. So speaking of AI, yes, you saw the title of this video. We finally talk about it. Should designers even pursue their design career even in the world of AI? Is it even worth it? So we finally get into it today. I answer all the myths, some questions, and we really dive deep into it in this video. But first, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and definitely ring that bell for more notifications. It's early, I did not hit the note. Totally fine. After talking to some designers in the field and doing my research, what I'm hearing is the same sentiment everywhere from designers. We're doomed. It's over. AI is going to replace us. AI is going to take our jobs. I don't necessarily think that's true. Okay, so do you remember when the internet first got started? The internet first got started, and Gary Vee reminded me of this. When the internet first got started, everyone was so fearful of the internet. There was like really two groups out there. There was one group that was like really fearful. They thought it was going to like destroy the planet and take over everything, and we were all going to be microchips. And then there was another group on the planet that thought that the internet was just a tool here to be able to help. So look, and at first, I will say, at first when AI came about, I was like, oh my, am I gonna have to switch career paths? Am I gonna have to do something that I really don't care about? Like I've been, this thing that I've been chasing for 11 years. Am I gonna have to go and just now do something else because of this little, this thing called AI? And I first thought that, and that was my mindset. But after really just diving into it and understanding it, it is a tool that could help designers. So I'm actually gonna split this video into two parts. First, I'm gonna talk to designers, and then I'm gonna talk to the business owners who think that they don't necessarily know if they need or want a designer because of AI. So starting off with the designer, I encourage you guys, I really encourage you guys, do not run from this thing called AI. For us, it's going to be a tool. We are going to be able to use it, and we are already using it to help make our designs faster. What do you mean, Jake, by this? AI can do everything for us. Why do we even need AI? The clients don't need AI. The clients don't need designers anymore. What are we even doing? Here's what I mean. For example, it will speed up your process. I just want to give you guys a few little snapshots of what AI can do. I teach this in a course, which we'll talk about later. For example, let's say a client comes to you and they're like, hey, I need a logo for my business. My business sells baked goods. I need this. They give you the parameters. Okay. If you are, let's say you run into a design block, right? You're like, oh, okay, let me get started on this logo. And then you start designing, you run into this design block. And then all of a sudden you don't know where to go from here. Okay, well, you can I'm going to try not to name any AI systems because I'm not getting paid by any. So to mention them in this video. So let's say you take your, that prompt and you take that and put that into an AI design software. And then now the AI will give you a kind of a prompt and help you get unstuck mentally from your design block, right? So if you're like, I don't necessarily know where I want to go with this logo. You can give it the brand mission or the brand. And that's where knowing the fundamentals of design is going to come in so handy, because you have to know the fundamentals of design before you just jump in and think that you're just going to be a strictly AI designer. That's going to be very hard. You're going to need to know the fundamentals of design. Either way, getting back to my scenario, you can go ahead and put the brand mission and all the parameters inside of this AI software, and then the AI can not necessarily design you a logo, but can at least give you an idea of where to go. That's one. Number two, here's another instance where designers can use AI. The client gets to you and says, hey, I need this in a logo, but I want to make it this, and very specific. What you can then do is now you can say, hey, such and such, make me a logo based off of these. Just make me a quick little template so I can show the client, because I plan to expand this work further and then give the client a finished product. It can give you like pretty much rough drafts and just kind of a quick little outlet, like maybe like we'll call it 5 or 6 different concepts or however, and you give that to the client. and the client says, oh, let's work on this one, I like this one, chooses one out of those concepts, and then you as the designer expand that concept. That just sped up your work by like times 10, because where you would have to normally sit down spending time creating all those concepts, now you just kind of give them a quick snapshot, boom, which direction do we want to go in? And then it kind of takes the guessing work out. Have you ever got to the end of your client's project and you design this big fancy logo and they're like, that's not quite what I wanted, but you spent hours and hours on end and they just don't want that logo, or either, they want to change a million things? Well, this will kind of really help eliminate that, because now it can speed up the process, because you would have to necessarily create that first concept, that first 2 concepts, those 3 concepts, how many ever concepts you create in your design business, you would have to then create that. And then it just, you spend all this time and they're like, I don't know if I really want these, so it eliminates the time and the frustration and the kind of the guesswork. It kind of just speeds up the process. That's 2 ways that you can really use AI in your graphic design work. I highly encourage designers out there, check out some of these platforms. We will get into it in another video, and I get into it in my course of which platforms to use, which platforms to go into. Look at Canva, look at Adobe Express, look at some of these other ones that we're going to be talking about in upcoming videos, and just kind of dive in and just see what you can do. You have to figure out how you can use AI in your space. And again, guys, that's what we talk about in the course. I'm going to transition now over to the business side. Business owners, if you are a business owner and you're just starting out, I understand you may not have the funds to go hire a full-time graphic designer. I get it. But be very careful when just hiring AI as, your graphic designer. Can you do a lot of things? Yes, but can it do things that's exactly how you want it to? No and yes. That it kind of depends on you and how much you know about graphic design. Because to be able to give these AI prompts, the correct prompts to make your logo look how you want it to look, because after all, to your business, your branding, it has to match exactly what you want it to look. You have to know exactly what to say to this AI. And that's where to hire a designer who is experienced in AI will really come in handy. So again, I understand you may not have this big budget to hire a graphic designer, but before you get too deep into your branding, do not heavily rely on AI just solely for that. Unless you're going to go learn kind of the fundamentals of design and kind of learn how to make this AI software produce a good product. So there's a lot of different reasons we can use AI. And I understand it is scary, it is painful, but understand it is a place where we can coincide together. We can coexist as one. We don't need to compete with each other. They can actually work in harmony and work alongside each other. And yes, I know I may sound like a crazy person. I may sound like I'm just, smoking with the trees, or whatever these kids say nowadays, but I have done my research. I have lived this, I have used this, and it's something that I want to teach you. So if you guys are interested, I am building a course. Definitely put your email down below to get early access to the course, and you'll be able to dive into using AI in graphic design and learning the design fundamentals, whether you're a business owner or whether you're a graphic designer, if you're just coming into the fold and want to be able to build a portfolio, be able to work faster with AI, so that way you can feel adaptable and not feel like this thing called AI is replacing you. Because I promise you, it won't be able to replace you if you know how to use it to help further your designs. There you have it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and definitely ring that bell for more notifications. And most importantly, don't forget to dare to design. I'm out.
It's the Master J.